Are you a busy mom or maybe someone who considers yourself not very crafty? Well, today's video is for you using cut above kits. Hi, I'm Katie Taylor at scrappinkaty.com, where I show you how to preserve your family's memories through the art of scrapbooking. Today's video is going to be featuring our cut above kits. They are similar, very similar to our Craft with Heart subscription that we used to have, and they can always be found in the beginning of our catalogs. This one is on page 4 and 5, and you can see that it is very Christmas themed. This is from the November-December catalog. So I pulled that out. I love cut above kits. I have been scrapbooking for, I'd tell my age here, but I've been scrapbooking for over 30 years. And I've been a close to my heart maker for 21 of those. And even though I am a seasoned scrapbooker, even though I teach classes, even though I have this YouTube channel, even though I can't even enter my layouts into our local, what's it called? Art fair or whatever, because I'm considered a professional. I love these kits because it allows me as a busy parent, as a work out of the home mother and wife, without a lot of crafting time. It allows me to do them very quickly. It also allows me to add things to them. So you can put them together as is, or you can add your own little twist on them. So you have that creative ability, if you will. So I'm going to use this because I really wanted to, as part of No New Pictures November, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I found these photos of our two oldest sons from Christmases long ago. I have the date written down somewhere, so I'll have to find that. But I really wanted to do these, and this cut above kit is going to allow me to do that. So if you're unfamiliar with cut above kits, it comes with an instruction guide, fully color illustrated. You get two-page layouts. You get stickers, and these little numbers show you which layout those stickers go on. So the ones and the twos, this is layout 1, this is layout 2. Same thing with the die cuts. You get exclusive die cuts, and they have little corresponding numbers by them as well. And then the bases are pre-printed. So you get the look of having individual strips of pattern paper without having to actually glue them on. So you can see that. That is just a pre-printed layout base. Here is the layout for layout 2. So super, super cute. Again, it cuts down on the time tremendously. So I'm going to clear this off, kind of decide which one I'm going to use based on these photo colors, and then I'll be back with all of these punched out and we can get started. I have decided to go with layout 1. I believe it fits my photo sizes a little bit better, and then of course the colors. Now I do have also some black and white and sepia. These are back from 2005. So unfortunately, I don't have digital copies of these, so I've got to work with what I have. So I've pulled 2 black and white and 1 sepia, however you want to say that. So I'm going to kind of use this as well. And I think that those colors play better with the traditional reds and greens over here. Now, one thing I do want to do is these photos are 4x4s and 3x4s. So I am pulling out my 3x4 little template here, and I'm going to see where I can cut these photos. I explained this in a different video a while back. I think I'm going to do those 4x4s, and then maybe this, the 3x4. Or you know what? I may just make it a 4x4. Yes. So, creative liberty. You can do whatever you want to do. So, I want to keep all of those 4x4s. There's really no need to do a 4x6. It does show that we are at our church, at our Christmas event. Aside from my sister right here, but her eyes are closed. So I really don't think it's necessary that I keep all of this. You can kind of tell by the background where we are, which is important in photos. You kind of want to know where you're at. And then I do want to make some of these 3x4s. So this one definitely is going to be a 4x4. This one I'm thinking, let's see, it's a landscape 3x4. I think I can do it like that. So I've got a little bit of his hat. I really don't need his feet. So that's going to be my 3x4. And then this one's going to be a 4x4 as well. So I'm just going to trim that down to 3x4, and then my photos are picked out and done. Okay, so I have my photo selections. I think I'm going to do this one of just the kind of pretty smile of our boys up top. And then this one's going to be the one that's kind of missized down here instead of using a 3x4. And then I'm going to use this one of our middle son and my nephew. Funny thing is they are only 10 days apart. So my sister and I were pregnant at the same time. And then I have all of these. Let's see which ones we're going to use. I'm going to add this title with some 3D foam tape just to kind of add dimension. It's quite a large title, which I love. So I've just got some of our regular 3D foam tape. Remember that Close to My Heart has thin and just the regular dimension. And then we also have 3/8 of an inch and 1/4 inch. So that makes it really convenient. You kind of get 2 in 1. Makes it really convenient depending on what you're using it for because you have different widths. So I like that, and I'm just going to peel away the backing. And that goes about right there per the little instruction guide. And then we have these 3 little pennants that go below this picture of our son and our nephew. And then we have 2 more that will go up here. So I'm just going to add 3D foam tape to the back of those so we can get those adhered down as well. And because these are die cuts, sometimes you have this little tab where it was stuck to the sheet. You can just trim that down if you don't like that on there. I don't prefer it, but it just takes, just takes a quick second to trim that. And I love that these pennants have that faux stitching on there. So another little element that you don't have to do, it's already done for you. So while I am doing this, it's a good time to remind you that if you are liking this video, hit that like button. If you are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and sign up for notifications, as well as take a look at some of my other videos. While I am a big proponent of saving time and doing things simpler, easier, and faster, a lot of my videos aren't cut above kits, so I invite you to take a look at past videos and see if you find something you like. And I will leave links down below to all the products that I used in case you want to try this cut above scrapbooking out for yourself. And then we have some stickers. So there's this little ornament. And I'm actually going to kind of put these off the top and trim them. We have this one. And this one. And then there is this tiny little candy cane in the corner of here. I think it just kind of gets lost right there. So I think I'm going to put it right here instead. And that is it for the first one. They did suggest that you use this and then some of these, but I think I'm going to save those for right now until I get that right layout made. So for this one, I'm going to start with the photos of our middle son. In this photo, of course, he was our youngest. And if you know him, this is him. He has a personality so large. And I love that photos capture that. They just capture that so well. And then this one is going to be, in order to keep his little pom-pom, and in order to keep his full face, I needed to make it a little bit larger than a 4x4. This is meant for a 4x4 mat. And then I've trimmed my photos a little bit smaller than the 4x4 and the 3x4 so that white mat will show. That's just something I prefer to do. I like to kind of double mat my photos. But on this one, since it doesn't fit in this I guess, space, I'm going to move it over ever so slightly. And so it'll hang over here. I think that that's going to be better because your eye is going to look at this more than this right here. And then we have some more ornaments over here. Again, going to kind of hang those off. Now there are a couple of ornaments that are going to be adhered using 3D foam tape. So I'm going to put those on my anti-static pouch so it'll take that sticky off of them. And I can add some 3D foam tape. So the way an anti-static pouch works is it just takes the sticky off the back of this, and then I can add 3D foam tape. You can also use baby powder. You can also try to use your fingers. The oils of your fingers will also remove any adhesive on the back of these. But I just love that we have the anti-static pouch to do that as well. So I'm going to allow this to hang over the photo just a little bit. And then we've got this one. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these off. I'm using my non-stick micro-tip scissors just so that adhesive on those won't gum up my blade. And then we've got 2 more candy canes. And this calls for them right down here, but I am going to use some 3D foam tape for them. And that is it for the stickers. All the rest of the stickers are layout 2, which I'm not going to be doing in this video. And then you have these journaling strips. Now, I don't know if you handwrite your journaling or if you type them. If you handwrite, which I suggest, I'm a big proponent of handwriting on some of your stuff, just because you'll want your children, after you're gone, there's just something about seeing your handwriting that's just going to bring back so many memories for the people who are looking at your scrapbooks and your albums. I know that after my father passed away, I would see his handwriting, as well as my grandmother and my grandfather. It's just so wonderful to just view those elements that they left behind, and it just immediately takes me back to being a little girl and seeing their handwriting on other things. Like my father loved to do crossword puzzles, and so by seeing his handwriting, I am reminded of him sitting and diligently doing his crossword puzzles. Now, one thing about journaling strips, if you're going to journal after the fact, which I usually do because I put some personal information that I don't want on the internet, you really don't want to use 3D foam tape for these journaling strips. You want to adhere them directly to your layout. But if you don't like your handwriting for whatever reason, you could just print. You could type up your journaling and you could print that on a 3x4 piece of cardstock or even just regular computer paper. And you could just tape that down to this little space. Okay, that is that. The other thing is that we have more pennants. Remember, if you watch my videos a lot, you know that if you do something to the left layout, it's almost like a math problem. If you have something on the left layout, you really need it on the right layout as well, just to kind of make the 2 layouts seem cohesive. And so you'll bring those elements over. We've got the ornament elements, and then now we have the pennant elements. I'm just going to just trim off those little tags. I'm going to put this right here in this corner. Move it over just a little bit. So we still have these candy canes. So I've added 3D foam tape to one of them, pretty much all over it. And I'm just going to put that down. And then on this one, because it is the majority of it stuck to this one, I'm going to add just 3D foam tape in this little area and that area. And this is where that thin width comes in handy. And there are those cute little frames. And then I don't know about these. They're really cute. I just don't know where I would use them. So I think I'm going to save these, and those are not going to go on there. The beauty of also these cut above kits is that now I can take some embellishments from my stash and I can add them to these layouts. And that way I kind of get to use my stash. So I've got the red dots. I'm just going to add some of these here and there. Let's bring these over and add some over here. I think that that's good. I do have some clear sparkles. And I think I'm going to use these around the ornaments. Maybe even in the middle of some of these ornaments. I think that is pretty much it for this layout. I love that I was able to do it rather quickly and add some of my own little touches in the red dots and the clear sparkles. And then I love that the cut above kit also provided me places to add my journaling using those exclusive die cuts to this kit. Now remember, if you want to give cut above kit scrapbooking a try, I will leave a link down below. This is for the November-December catalog. New cut above kit will come out in January. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.